Hi, and welcome back to 5 Minutes for Mom on M&BE.com. Today we're going to be talking about how to do an at-home pedicure. I was kind of conflicted on how to do this one. I was originally going to do just a long post with all the steps, and I thought that's going to be the longest post ever. And then to do a pedicure on video, I don't know if you want to stare at my feet for that long. So I decided instead I would just take you step by step through a pedicure. Now, I would be the first to tell you that I absolutely love going to a spa and having someone rub my feet for a good hour in a massaging chair with maybe a glass of wine in hand. Sounds phenomenal. But we don't always have that time, and we don't always want to spend that kind of money. So I'm going to show you how you can do one at home, and the best part is you don't have to do every step at once. In fact, you could do each step individually throughout the day, throughout a weekend, whatever works for you. So with springtime approaching and flip-flops and sandals coming out, this is a great time to get in the groove of getting those feet taken care of. Something we may have forgotten about for, I don't know, the past, what feels like eons of wintry months. So to get started, for an at-home pedicure, your first step, just like at a salon, is going to be to soak your feet. And there's two ways to do that. The first one is just in your shower. So 10-15 minutes, take a shower. When you're done, consider your feet soaked. If you want to do it separately from your shower, if that's easier for you, or you just want to soak your feet, all you need is a dishpan. Yep, just one of these, either from Target, Walmart, whatever go-to store you have. Fill it up with hot water, soak your feet for 10 to 15 minutes, and that's going to be your first step. Just that nice foot soak. It helps to loosen the skin, it helps to make the nails a little bit more malleable, and it's kind of nice too. So after you've soaked your feet, we're going to go ahead and take your nail polish off and cut and trim your nails. And so to do that, you're just going to need any kind of nail polish remover that you want. You can either get it at a drugstore, beauty supply store, whatever works for you. Cotton pad and Q-tip to get in between there. Even if you don't have nail polish on, this is a really good step to do because you probably have lotions, creams, or something on your foot. If you just come out of the shower, you probably have a little bit of residue on your foot. It's always a good idea to clean that off. We're going to clean them again later on before we do the nail polish, but the cleaner the better your nail polish is going to hold. So after you clean your nails off and you cut and trim them, there's a couple different ways you can do that. I prefer to do just a simple square cut. Cut them right across, file them down. I love the trim line, TRIM. You can find them at CVS, any major drugstore. I was actually super excited because for this video, I wanted to revamp my selection because I didn't want to go out and show you all of my old used products. So I bought all new ones of the trim line and went to CVS and was able to buy $21 worth of products for $10, which I'll be doing a post about in a couple days on how you can save a lot of money at CVS. Love that place. So after you've cut and filed your nails, the next step you're going to want to do is your cuticles. And again, these are things that you can do little by little, okay? So you don't have to do them all at once, but if you do have the time to do it, great. For your cuticles, I prefer to push my cuticles down with an orange stick as opposed to using a cuticle cutter, but if you like to use that, go for it, no problem. I like to use the creams. This one, for example, is by Sally Hansen. It has apricot oil in it. You can also buy the apricot oil just separate. It comes in a tube with a brush. Like I said, any beauty supply store or drugstore will have it. It's just a great way to soften your cuticles. I prefer the cream. I find it a little bit less messy and just kind of don't really like the oils that much. So put it on your cuticles and push them back as needed. I love the trim line because this one also has a but a way to get underneath those nails and clean underneath your nails out, which I prefer because if you go to a salon ever and they clean your nails out with this end, the kind of hard one, it hurts a lot. So this is nice. It's kind of a little bit softer. I keep one of these by my sink as well, with my kitchen sink and my bathroom sink, just to clean under my nails throughout the day. So like I said, after the nail polish remover and trimming your nails, you'll use your cuticle cream or cuticle oil and push them back. So those cuticles are those hard areas that kind of grow up into your nails and they look a little bit raggedy. So that's why we want to push them back. The other nice thing about them is when you push them back, they make sort of a nice little tray for the nail polish to fall into, which helps when you're coming to the painting part. So after you push your cuticles back, this is when we get to a really fun part, which is the at-home paraffin treatment. If you've never had a paraffin wax treatment, it is phenomenal. It feels amazing. It helps to soften your feet incredibly. It really helps to lift that dead skin so you can exfoliate it off really well. There are a couple ways that you can do this at a salon, and I will tell you the good way and the bad way. So if you go to a salon and they tell you to just put your foot into a thing of wax, just a tray of wax, no, don't do that. What they should have is a separate container of wax that they then spoon into a plastic bag that you put your foot into if you're at a salon. At home, you can do pretty much the same exact thing. And the reason I'm telling you the whole salon thing is because if they have you put your foot into just a container of wax, that's a really good way to get funguses and all sorts of really nasty stuff. So you want to make sure it's a separate contained area. So similarly, we're going to do our own little separate contained area at home. And you're gonna need a small trash bag. I mean, you could use a big one if you wanted to, but if you have a small one, it's just easier because you're just gonna put your feet into it. So you have a small trash bag, and then you wanna have some sort of really, really, really extra rich emollient cream. So this one is the Mary Kay Extra Emollient Night Cream. Elizabeth Arden makes one that's pretty similar. It's called the 8-Hour Cream. So whether you have a Mary Kay consultant or you just have an Elizabeth Arden near you, both of those work exceptionally well. Again, the Elizabeth Arden 8-Hour Cream or the Mary Kay Extra Emollient Night Cream. Put it all over your feet. Put your feet inside your plastic bag, and then put them in your dish tub and cover them with hot water and let it sit for a good 5 or 10 minutes. If you had the ability to, like as if you have someone who's just walking around waiting to do something for you, yeah, because that's gonna happen. But anyways, you can put your feet in the hot water and then have someone come dump a little bit of warm water on top, and it just feels like an incredible sauna jacuzzi experience. But that being said, hot water on your feet for 5 minutes still feels amazing. We'll get you the same exact results. So again, this is after we push your cuticles back. This is when we're gonna be using that extra emollient cream in the garbage bag, on your feet, or any plastic bag really. Even if you have just a grocery bag, that's fine. All we're doing is we're creating a waterproof environment for your feet to sit and soak in, because we're essentially recreating that hot wax paraffin treatment that you would get at a spa. So after you've let that sit for a good 5 minutes, longer if you want to, that's totally fine. We're gonna go ahead and exfoliate your feet. You wanna use an exfoliating scrub for this, and you can also combine this with a pumice stone of any of your choice. My personal favorite is the trim line, like I said before. Mine is upstairs in the shower. Totally forgot to bring it down, but it comes in a little egg shape, and it's got one side that's for the shower, one side that's for dry. I love the shower one, it works wonderfully. And I combine it with the Mary Kay Satin Hands, the second step, the smoothie scrub. So any exfoliating scrub will do, but I personally love this one. The nice thing about it is you can not only do your feet, but you can do all the way up your calves as well. So this is, again, if you wanted to do, for example, the faux paraffin treatment at home the night before, and the next day go ahead and scrub your feet, go for it. So do that in the shower. So this is the one where you would then use your pumice stone wherever you wanted to and go all the way up your calves. When you go up your calves, the nice thing about that is it actually helps to lift all those hairs up on your legs, so it gives you a closer shave as well. Added benefit. And with those calves, we're showing them off. We want them to be smooth and lovely and wonderful. So use that exfoliating treatment all the way up your calves. If you don't have a Mary Kay consultant, I'm gonna be honest with you, this is the best one that I've ever found. So just hop onto marykay.com, find somebody, and get the second step, the satin hands. It's awesome. So after you've done your exfoliating, your next step is going to be your moisturizing. And my absolute favorite is the All About Feet. I love, love, love this moisturizing cream. It's amazing. First off, it's got that nice peppermint tingle to it, and it's really, really thick and rich, but it soaks in quickly. It doesn't leave any greasy feel on your feet, which I love, because who wants to walk around with greasy feet? That's gross. So that's, like I said, All About Feet, one of my favorites. So after you put your moisturizer on, you're gonna wanna clean your nails off one more time, again, with any kind of nail polish remover that you like. Soap and water, whatever works for you, but nail polish remover, it's quick and easy. Just clean those nails off. And then we're gonna get to the painting part of your nails. So again, so if you were doing this in the step-by-step, you didn't wanna do everything all at once, you could do your faux paraffin treatment and then leave it on. Okay, so don't scrub it off. The next morning in the shower, use your exfoliating scrub on your feet and your calves, and then put your moisturizer on. Maybe later on in the day, you would take your nail polish remover, clean your toes off, and start with your nail polish. So nail polish on the toes is really fun because you can use a lot of really fun bold colors. So this right now, like the springtime pastel is really in, but bold reds are also in as well, corals and teals, lots of really fun colors that maybe you don't want in your nails, but you could totally do in your toenails. So if you're using a brighter color, or even if you're using a lighter one, but really for the bright ones, there's a pretty easy way to make it look like it was professionally applied and to not have any of those sort of mishaps on the edges. And you're gonna wanna use Vaseline. So you're gonna take something like the orange stick that you used before, but make sure it's a nice fresh one, okay? You don't want it to be covered in water or anything, or any cuticle creams. And you're just gonna dip it into your Vaseline. and then you're gonna put it right on these little areas right here, like around your nail. So basically you're going to put the polish anywhere that you don't want it to go, which is onto your skin, obviously, right around your nails. Make sure to not get it on the nail beds, because you obviously, wherever the Vaseline goes, the nail polish isn't going to stick to. So just make sure it just goes onto the skin area. Paint your nails, let the nails dry, wipe out the Vaseline, no leftover marks. Awesome. So that's a nice little trick that you can use, especially with those darker colors, to make sure that your nails don't look unkempt or messy. And even if you're using a lighter color, that's a good option as well. For me personally, I love to use a top coat and a bottom coat as well. I think it just makes everything stay longer, and as far as I'm concerned, the less amount of time I have to think about my nails, the better. I love the OPI start to finish. I think it's a great one. It's a top coat and it's a bottom coat as well. So put that on first. Give it a couple seconds, put your polish on, let it dry for a minute, and put your top coat on. Again, if you want to use a 3 all-in-one, whatever kind of polish, go for it. It'll look fabulous, especially if you use that little Vaseline trick. So once again, these are all steps that you can do either all at once, or you can do them little by little. You can do them throughout a day, throughout a weekend, whatever works for you. The main thing, so again, we're going to soak, we're going to cut, and we're going to trim, push the cuticles back, give ourselves that awesome faux paraffin treatment with the extra emollient cream, either the Mary Kay one or the Elizabeth Arden 8 Hour. Both are very similar, wonderful creams. Exfoliate all the way up the calves, get those nice shiny calves. Also gets you a nice close shave. Who can argue with that one? Moisturize your feet, cleanse the toenails, and use that nice little Vaseline trick so you can use whatever dark color you want and make it look like it was professionally applied. And go off and sport those amazing peep toes. Thanks so much for watching.